Hello learners, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Life Science. Myself Vinita Tiwari, and in this video series I am going to tell you a general introduction regarding lambda bacteriophage. In the upcoming videos I am going to tell you about interaction of bacteriophage lambda with its E. coli receptor, that is LAMB, as well as the genomic map and lytic and lysogenic switch. We are also going to deal with the retroregulation of INT gene expression. So let's get started. Generally, lambda bacteriophage are the viruses that infects bacteria, and therefore they are considered as a temperate phage. Now, what is the meaning of temperate? Temperate means they can undergo both lytic as well as the lysogenic switch depending on the conditions surrounding them. For example, I can say if the conditions surrounding them are favorable, then they are going to switch to lytic cycle. But when the conditions surrounding them are unfavorable, then they are going to remain in lysogenic phase. The genome of lambda bacteriophage is linear, double-stranded and about 50 kilo base pairs. In the picture, you can clearly see a general diagrammatic representation of lambda bacteriophage. It is containing a DNA encapsulated in a head region, a collar, tail, as well as the base plate containing different binding proteins. The interaction of these binding proteins with the host cell I am going to tell you in the next video. So, lambda bacteriophage is linear and double-stranded duplex genetic material. Okay, the size of the DNA is about 50 kb, as I have already told you. Both the ends of 5' terminus consist of 12 bases which extend beyond the 3 terminus nucleotide. This results in a single-stranded complementary region called cohesive ends. So, in simple terms, the double-stranded linear DNA of lambda bacteriophage consists of extended 5' terminus. As you can see in the picture, there is extension of 5' terminus such that the ends are overhanging. Okay, so the important thing here is that these 5' terminus on both the sides are self-complementary, means they are having the bases that can religate in a particular situation. Okay, and therefore they are termed as cohesive ends, as they are having complementary bases and therefore they can form Watson and Crick pairing. The next point is the cohesive ends forms base pairs and easily circularize. The double-stranded region formed after base pairing of complementary nucleotide is designated as COS. As well as the event of circularization occurs after injection of phage DNA into E. coli, whose the bacterial enzyme E. coli DNA ligase converts the molecule to a covalently closed circle. Now, what mentioned here is that the cohesive ends circularize and the complementary nucleotides are called as COS site. Okay, now the circularization occurs only when the lambda bacteriophage injects its DNA into the host cell. Okay, now in the host cell, that is, for example, we are considering E. coli, in the presence of E. coli DNA ligase, which is involved in phosphodiester bond formation, there is circularization of the linear double-stranded phage DNA. Okay, so this was about the COS site of lambda bacteriophage. So now this is a general outline of lytic and lysogenic pathway in lambda bacteriophage. Okay, so the first thing that occurs is the infection, where the lambda bacteriophage with the help of binding protein in its tail get attached to the host cell E. coli, and by forming a particular porine channel it injects its DNA into the host cell. Now the lambda bacteriophage follows lytic pathway when the conditions are favorable surrounding them. Okay, so what they do after injecting its DNA, they replicate. Okay, they create multiple copies of their genetic material. Further, they also undergo machinery synthesis, that is the protein coat, tail formation, collar, etc. Okay, and then lastly they undergo lysis and get ready for further infection to the next host cell. Whereas in lysogenic pathway, when the conditions are unfavorable, lambda bacteriophage gets integrated with the host genome. Okay, and this integrated DNA containing both the genetic material from the host genome as well as the genetic material from the lambda bacteriophage forms a prophage. Okay, so this remains in a dormant condition until favorable conditions appear. Now, if the cells tries to divide by binary fission, the genetic material will also get replicated, and now the genetic material getting replicated will consist of both the phage DNA as well as the host DNA. Okay, here you can see daughter cells containing the integrated prophage. Now, there is also one pathway which is called as induction pathway. Okay, so in this pathway, lambda bacteriophage infects E. coli, the host cell, and after infection of the viral DNA into host cell, it follows, for example, we are considering here lysogenic pathway. Okay, it integrates its genetic material with the host cell. Okay, now if you expose this lysogenic bacteria with UV light, X-rays or mitomycin, the prophage gets separated from the bacterial chromosome and switch to lytic pathway. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are exposing a lysogenic bacteria containing integrated prophage to radiations like UV light or X-rays or mitomycins, and what happens due to the exposure of such rays, the integrated prophage get separated. Okay, the prophage gets separated from the bacterial chromosome, and as soon as it gets separated, it gets switched to lytic pathway. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are inducing the lysogenic bacteria to switch to lytic pathway in the presence of any chemicals or in the presence of any radiations. Okay, so this is a general pathway regarding induction in lambda bacteriophage. Now, you can also use lambda bacteriophage as a vector in genetic engineering. We all know vectors are double-stranded DNA or genetic material that is having the ability to carry foreign DNA molecule into the host cell as well as to get replicate and express the foreign material in the host cell. When we use lambda bacteriophage as a vector, we must consider following points. For example, as we know, the double-stranded linear genome of 50 kilobase pairs, okay, and it consists of about only 60% of DNA which is responsible for lytic cycle of the phage. For example, if I am considering this 60% region, okay, which is responsible for lytic life cycle of the bacteria, okay, as well as the central 40%. If I consider this central 40%, it is known as the stuffer regions. These regions are those which are not involved in any kind of essential normal life cycle process of the bacteria. So what we can target here is, we can target the stuffer region and replace it with our desired foreign gene to be expressed. Okay, so this was the use of lambda bacteriophage as a vector. Now the thing to remember here is the load carrying capacity. You should know that the load carrying capacity of lambda bacteriophage is 23 to 25 kilo base pairs. Load carrying capacity means the ability of any kind of vector to carry a foreign gene segment. Means lambda bacteriophage can carry a foreign DNA segments about 23 to 25 kilo base pairs. The load carrying capacity varies from vector to vector according to their efficiency of transformation. Okay, so this was all about a general outline of lambda bacteriophage. In the upcoming video, we are going to deal with the host E. coli as well as the lambda bacteriophage interaction in the presence of certain proteins. And lastly, if you understood, then please like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you so much.